Hey, hello everyone. Wassity here with new glasses. I finally have them again. Good stuff. We're making progress as properly as we can. I still needed some other things, and I got my shoes proper and everything. Hoping they fit properly and whatnot, because male size and female size not the same. So you have to kind of do a bit of conversion and whatnot, and that's gonna suck if I get them and they're like, hey, guess what? They don't fit. And I really hope they fit, but I have no idea how it's gonna happen. On top of that, I have no idea what's gonna happen with my dress at all. I really just don't, and I'm very worried. I'm very worried about the situation because it's getting closer and closer to Pride, effectively, and I have a lot of things going and whatnot, and just I don't rightly know what's gonna happen with the situation, and it's getting really kinds of not spooky, I guess, or scary, but I guess kind of scary. I mean, for real. I don't think I really mentioned this before, but honestly, dressing up and whatnot is kind of a scary thought to me more than anything else. And while I do understand that I have people that love me and whatnot, and that they wouldn't mind seeing that happen, it's still something that concerns me, in the sense that, like, what if these things happen? What if I don't pass as much? Or what if people see me the way that they are? Or just like how I won't exactly feel about it. I don't know how I'll feel about it. And I know it's weird to question this, certainly in comparison to how I've lived this, and I'm taking the pills and everything like that. Like, I want to keep saying I'm trans, but there's so much doubt in my mind, just like what's gonna go on, and it gets scary just thinking about this stuff. And I try not to think about it, and I try to just stay calm about it, but every time I don't know what's going to happen, and it's really frightening to me exactly how this stress situation is going to go, how this shoe thing's going to go, and just how I'm going to turn out to be. And while I am working on with the hormones and whatnot, and while those things are going on, I don't know how well everything else will be, how people look at me, and it's entirely, utterly subconscious and conscious in terms of confidence and whatnot. And I understand there's a nice little bit of fake it till you make it type of situation going on here, but I am not the most confident person in myself. I am not the most confident in my appearance. I never have been. I've never liked the way I look. Part of the reason why this is all happening, I just gotta say, but I want the opportunity, but I don't exactly want it. It's a weird sort of situation where the closer and closer I get to it, I try not to think about it anymore. And the more I try not to think about it, the more and more I just, like, I'm kind of fine just being where I'm at. And while I'm fine being where I'm at, I know that's not where I'm going to be the happiest type of situation and whatnot. Even though, like, things could be better. I could look more feminine. I could see these things and whatnot. But I just, it scares me. It really, really does. And I'm just not sure about the whole situation, and it certainly spooks me. Aside from that, I did get something really interesting here. Got this little book called Red, a crayon story. It was actually given to me by one of my friends over in the Force of Will community. I'm very happy about that. It's a good friend of mine and whatnot. Very surprised that he actually gave me this book. It's a really cute book. I love it. I haven't read the whole thing, but I'm more than well aware of what it's about. As you can see, the red crayon, not quite red. I love that little bit so much. It's very cutesy, and I do plan to read it very soon. Maybe do some sort of weird thing with it or something. I don't know, but I do know that it's going to be a delightful thing for me, and I do like children's stories. I do, to that degree, just like seeing those little bit pieces and whatnot. And just how it matters how you express yourself more than it does on the outside. And I just, like, it sucks because like it's true, but like at the same time I'm just like ugh. Like I was like but like I'm sure to a lot of people, I guess, and whatnot, like I'm nice and funny, and I guess all that little stuff right there, but I want to be more than that. Like most definitely, I want people to look at me and think that I'm pretty and more than just this charming person. And I guess that's like kind of selfish to my degree. I just wanted to look a certain way and just like see this certain way and just be this certain thing that I've been kind of envying like all this time, I suppose, in a lot of ways, shapes, and forms. And while I'm like, hey, it's okay to be yourself, at the same time, I'm just like, doesn't everyone want to be a sexier version of themselves or a cuter version of themselves or something like that? Like, am I not the only one that like kind of gets that? Because I feel like I kind of am, and I know that's not the case. But at the same time, it's just like no one really talks about that. It's not in the way that just is just outright full out. Like people talk about putting themselves on diets. They talk about getting more exercise. Things like that, wearing different dresses and such, and just I like that idea. But to say all those things and to do all those things is two different things, and I'm not exactly a big effort person on the whole entire take body front. I mean, I'm trying. I'm eating more white rice. That's something. It's better than what I've been doing and all that such, but that's like that's a small little thing in comparison to what the bigger things I should be doing, which is, exercising and making sure my body's like nice and fit. But all my reasons are kind of shallow, in all honesty, for that little bit, and I'm freaking confused sometimes, and I know it's weird to be confused at this starting point on this line right here, of just like do, and like I just figure out I'm trans, and I'm taking all these pills, and like I want things to speed up, I want things to be a certain way, and I want to look a certain way, and it's just not exactly happening. I mean, isn't that what puberty is supposed to be about? Just, your body's changing, but you don't always change in certain ways and degrees that you want it to, which I guess kind of is, but it kind of isn't, and just like, I don't know what I really want, I suppose, to say. I'm very much just, some days I feel like I'm on top of the world, I'm pretty great, I'm awesome at the situation, and then other days I just feel like I'm completely flummoxed and just, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, I don't know what I want in that degree, and it just makes me very, very sad. It just makes me want to not think about what's coming up in the future. And in all honesty, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm probably just going to be crying, in all honesty, when I put on that dress and whatnot. I don't know if it would be tears of joy or just straight up just crying. I don't know. Because, like, honestly, to me, it feels more like I'm going to cry in that situation. Like, I'm not gonna feel this empowerment that a lot of people are saying that I'm gonna feel. I'm not gonna feel these ways and degrees, because just like, what if I look in that mirror and I don't like what I see? It's something that's said to a lot of people. Like, if you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, just like it, like, is that a you problem? Is that the outside problem? Is this just? It's hard to gain that self-confidence and just kind of like go, hey, guess what? You're pretty, and you get to look at yourself, and just all those little situations, and just like, just a lot of it's like a mental thing, and I don't know if I could handle that situation. In all honesty, I really don't know how, and it just, I guess just getting closer and closer to it is making me a little more scared than I am excited for the situation, and it makes me kind of sad, because I feel like I should be more excited, but I'm not. I'm not excited at all for the situation anymore. I'm more scared than anything else, and it's not exactly for all the reasons that just like people are gonna harass me and whatnot, but also because like if I don't like what's in the mirror, then like, was this all for nothing? Was this all just something that just was completely shallow? I don't know. I don't know rightly, and that scares me more than anything else, is that I look in that mirror one day and I don't see me becoming me anymore. And that's definitely a big scare for me. And I think the whole entire putting on the dress thing only enhances that further, either way. And that is a very scary thought to me. And I definitely don't want that to happen. But it's a big time fear for me. It really is. And it's certainly not filled with confidence. It's not filled with anything else but this anxiety and this lack of confidence that I've had for like the longest time. And I don't know if it's a full mental thing. I don't know about that situation. It makes me scared because it's like, as much as I see certain things and I'm like, yeah, I'm trans, at certain points, and some points, it feels like, what if I'm not? And just, it gets me scared, in all honesty. And just like, I'm not sure what I'll see in the mirror and I'll like. I don't like that idea. I really don't. And I'm really just anxious about the whole situation. I always try to not think about these situations and just wait for them to go. But I mean, now's the time more than ever to talk about it and just say it. And sometimes just saying it, just telling y'all about the situation, just not keeping it in, is the best way for me to get through the situation and just think otherwise. And while I certainly feel that I'm not secure right now and that I don't have all these touchy feelings and I'm not excited in the situation, at least it's out there and I could help it get processed more on what exactly I want. And I mean, I still don't know, but it helps, and that's why I'm saying it, and that's why I'm doing these vlogs, to help get myself more of a talking point to myself and just seeing how that all goes through. I know it's not the most positive thing. I know it's not exactly like very trans thinking, I guess, or maybe it is, but it's worrying to me, and I'm happy for everyone that supports me. I really am. I mean, this book right here means a lot more to me than I think was really stated. Like, more than just, like, that they make a book like this. It's just nice to have that support and to have people be like, yeah, you know, you're this way, but what if I don't feel that way? I'm very scared, and I don't know why. Because I've been through this situation. I don't know why I need to keep convincing myself the situation. I feel like it's not a thing that people do, but I don't know. And I'm scared. I guess that's just fucking the thing. You're just scared. But yeah, I'm worried. Like, everyone's worried about how you'll feel and whatnot. And I guess this is more trivial than anything else. And I probably shouldn't be so down on myself on the situation. I've been through these things. I went through a bunch of therapy sessions just talking about the situation. And I've been through getting pills and being incredibly sick and just going through all these situations, and just, I keep forgetting that I've been through enough trial and error and just barricade after barricade and going through every single year just thinking otherwise and just not being happy as much as I used to be. Like, how to say, I'm happier now than I have been in years, but there's always going to be that little bit of doubt there that just makes me scared that all this was for naught. And I think that's a normal thing for a lot of people, and it's scary to think that might be the case, but it's just kind of part of life. Like if you love somebody or not, or you're just faking it, or just any of those given situations, as much as you say otherwise, it gets scary that the actual dot's there, right? Like, I don't know how else to really put it. Just more a matter of, what if you're living a lie still? And it scares me that I could still be living a lie. And I don't think I am, but what if I am? What if I don't know my real feelings? And that's probably the scariest bit, is that because I've been living such a long time as this specifically and not this specifically, as a masculine to feminine to male to female type situation, and I've been thinking about all those things, and I've been like a boy and a man for so long, that just like, it's such a big lie. But it's so hard to like go into that and be like, yeah, I'm feminine and whatnot, and I'm trans and whatnot. It's hard, because like, every now and again, like, people will just keep saying otherwise, and just all these things will say otherwise, and just like, it makes me feel like it's not, and I'm just like, it is. But like, when someone keeps telling you like 2 plus 2 is a chair, and he keeps saying 4, and they keep saying otherwise, and it goes on and on and on and on like that, it gets tiring to say otherwise, and just, it makes you think and doubt yourself, I guess, is the proper way that I'm going with this. And it makes me very scared that what if it actually is chair? What if that small bit of doubt, the stupid confidence in other people and whatnot, just go otherwise? And that does scare me. And it's stupid to think that way, but I'm like hardwired to think that way. And I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of my life, and nobody really does, but this is one of the bigger hurdles of just getting dressed in an actual dress, and feeling the way that you do, and being out in public that way. I just wish I could be more excited than I feel right now. And I don't know how to feel otherwise right now, aside from just being scared. And I don't want to not do it. I want to go to Pride. I want to wear a dress. I want to do all those things. But it's still scary. But I guess a roller coaster is too, right? It's supposed to be that way. You see, it's intimidating, but really, a roller coaster is one of the safest things ever. And you go on one, and it's a fun time. But you're not always going to feel that way about going on a roller coaster. Not until you're actually on it. And I guess that's what I'm feeling. I don't know how else to say it. And I hope I conveyed it well, because I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.